Have you ever heard of a real-life gold heist? Straight out of a movie plot, it happened at Canada's busiest airport. This wasn't your run-of-the-mill theft. We're talking about a staggering 20 million Canadian dollars worth of gold and other valuables, all stolen from a high-value container at Toronto Pearson Airport. The gold was part of a particularly interesting intrabank transaction involving two major players, TD Bank and Air Canada. Yes, you heard it right. An airline and a bank, both caught up in a heist that would make Hollywood screenwriters envious. But the plot thickens. Authorities don't believe this was a solo act. Oh no, they suspect inside help or even the involvement of organized crime. Imagine that, a meticulously planned operation involving insiders, executed with precision at one of the busiest airports in Canada. But who could pull off such a daring heist, and how did they manage it? Let's dive deeper. Toronto's Pearson International Airport, a bustling hub of activity, and on this fateful day, the site of one of the biggest thefts in Canadian history. Picture this, a thriving airport, always alive with the hum of travelers and the constant churn of flights. But within the confines of its cargo facility, a high-value container sat, offloaded, and waiting. It was just another day, until it wasn't. This container, laden with gold and other valuables worth over 20 million Canadian dollars, was the target of an audacious heist. In a scene reminiscent of a Hollywood heist movie, the thieves managed to bypass the primary security line. They accessed the warehouse through the public side, displaying a daring that left many in shock. This wasn't a quick snatch and grab, but a well-planned and executed operation. The gold, part of an intra-bank transaction involving TD Bank and Air Canada, was estimated to be worth a staggering $100 million. The audacity of this act was not lost on anyone. The thieves had managed to infiltrate a secure area, bypassing layers of security and surveillance. Yet they were not posing a threat to airport security or passengers. Their target was specific, their intent crystal clear. This was more than just a theft, it was a statement, a bold declaration that left a deep imprint on the psyche of the nation. The aftermath of the heist was a whirlwind of activity. The authorities, suspecting inside help or organized crime involvement, launched an investigation. Air Canada and TD Bank remained conspicuously silent, adding to the air of mystery that had settled around the incident. With no immediate arrests, the case went cold, leaving everyone puzzled, but, as we know, crime never sleeps. As the police delved into the investigation, a shocking revelation came to light. The audacious heist was not just the work of a few crafty criminals operating from the shadows. The authorities uncovered a startling inside job. Yes, you heard right, an inside job. The culprits were none other than two employees of Air Canada, the very institution that had been victimized. Now you might be wondering, how did they pull it off? It all revolved around a piece of fraudulent paperwork, an airway bill to be exact. These two employees had the audacity not only to betray their employer, but also to facilitate the heist by printing this deceptive document. This fraudulent airway bill was the golden ticket that allowed the thieves to bypass security and access the high-value container. As the investigation progressed, the law enforcement's relentless pursuit led to the arrest of 9 individuals. And yet, the search continues, with 3 Canada-wide warrants still outstanding. Now here's a glimmer of hope amidst the gloom. Some of the stolen gold, valued at $64,000, was recovered in the form of 6 gold bracelets. A small victory, but a victory nonetheless, in the face of such audacious criminality. However, the $14.5 million in gold bars and $2 million in cash remain elusive. The money trail, as winding and murky as it is, continues to be a major focus of the ongoing investigation, aptly named Project 24K. But the story doesn't end here. The heist turned out to be just the tip of the iceberg. While the heist itself was shocking enough, the subsequent investigation led to an even darker discovery. As the police dug deeper into the case, they uncovered more than just a high-stakes gold theft. It was like peeling back the layers of an onion, each one revealing a more sinister plot than the last. The investigation, aptly named Project 24K, took a surprising turn when it led authorities to an illegal arms trafficking network related to the case. In Pennsylvania, the driver involved in the heist was arrested, but this was no ordinary arrest. Along with him, 65 illegal firearms were seized. This was a stark reminder of the dangerous world that lurks beneath the surface, a world where gold heists and illegal arms dealings go hand in hand. The Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms and Explosives, better known as the ATF, was brought in to investigate this broader network. The stolen US currency, a cool $2 million, remained unaccounted for, adding yet another layer to this already complex case. This was no longer just about a gold heist. It had morphed into a tale of audacity, deceit, and crime. It was a stark reminder that even in seemingly mundane places, like an airport cargo facility, a darker underbelly can exist. And while the airline, Brinks, and Air Canada were embroiled in a legal dispute over liability for the stolen goods, the real story was unfolding in the shadows. A story of crime, corruption, and a network so extensive it was hard to comprehend. So there you have it, a tale of audacity, deceit, and crime, all centered around a real-life gold heist. Stay tuned for more fascinating stories from the dark side of reality. Until next time, thanks for watching, and please remember to like and subscribe.